You guys are sitting around in the embassy again, dressed as cowboys. Freddy's four guards stare at him. One of them rustles his chains a bit.
I immediately look up for any bugs.
Freddy begins looking around like he is super paranoid and freaky. This causes his guards to jump and look around wildly.
That's awesome.
There's cigars and cognac and shit like that in here. Although you suspect that since the cigars are kind of bendy and shit, they may have been making them recently. God damn it, Logan.
He's the sloppiest eater ever.
No, I'll just get acclimatized to.
I was like, sure, I am thirsty. You left your
Logan,
drink on your side.
I'm being acclimatized to Melwicks, because why not?
Good deal.
Okay, right. Doc? Any ideas where the pattern may have gone to? Or if it's still where it is? Where it was?
Where it will be. Oh, man.
Also, I need to take you to the wall. I need your ability to analyze stuff. We need someone to tell us more about it. Whenever you want to go, we can go. But I'm curious to see where the pattern went. Or if it's still there.
The pattern
in the village, yeah.
Oh, okay. It's not in the room anymore?
Well, the thing is, the platform doesn't go down. As in, it stops. Whether it's still there or not, I don't know. And there's agents, like, lurking around the village, patrolling. They didn't seem to mind us being there, but they weren't there before. So I don't know what's going on.
Well, if you want to go check it out right quick, that's fine.
Sure.
As long as we don't make that the focus.
No, I'm happy to do anything.
Got to the new focus.
Alright, let me jump us over there.
Roll like a pole.
Okay. By the way, as we arrive, I say, there's that cave just around the corner. Stay away from it, unless you want to get shot by lasers.
Shot by lasers.
Yes, it's some new thing they installed. I don't know what's up with it. It's that cave over there. I pointed out to him.
Lasers.
Yeah, lasers, quote unquote. 60s lasers.
I'm curious to check it out now.
Okay. Just don't get too close or, pew pew.
So wait, lasers can't work here. I thought this is like I pull out my lightsaber, does it light up easily?
One moment. We will check. Because who knows what evil lives in the hearts of man? I mean, aside from me.
It just works?
Weird.
Okay.
Would you like to wave your lightsaber around so you can hear the reassuring cool noise?
Yeah.
Cut to 5 minutes later.
Oh shit! Hold on.
Oh, right.
I have a
Okay.
check all the way down here that I didn't see.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking through my spells.
It's ×2, by the way. Willpower. If you want to. Oh, sorry. Let me rephrase that. It's a difficult exertion of your will. If you want to make magic work, yeah.
Better. Jesus, I'm leaving shit out now too? God damn it. Looks like he's finally done playing with his lightsaber.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, do you want to go check the cave out or the pattern? Because the cave's right over there.
He stands there. You guys, by the way, you trumped into a very shallow cave, Chris. And right now, after playing with your lightsaber for 5 minutes, you have a massive erection.
Mm.
Freddy just stands there looking at you.
Do you need some privacy or?
No, I'll be okay.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go check I want to check out the laser cave right quick. Just
Alright.
look at it.
I make sure to
No
stay out
problem.
of range.
Yeah, he takes you over, and so you're kind of like doing the thing where you're looking. It looks like there's a bunch of metal bars that have been set into the tops and bottoms of the cave, pretty close together. And then inside the cave, it looks like it's pretty dark, but you can't get a good angle to see the lasers unless you stick your head in the way of where he tells you lasers are going to fire at.
All right.
Unless
So
you
we're
got
on
like
the
a
beach.
mirror or something.
I think we're on the beach, right? Because that's where the caves are.
Exactly.
So I go find a rock and I throw it past the bars.
No problem. You send stones whizzing by, absolutely nothing happens.
Gonna go investigate further, and I'm just gonna be ready to dodge out the way of any lasers that are incoming.
You look in quickly, give me a spot at half, dodge it full, dodge it half. You see things, interesting things, I'll get to in a second.
Not the second one I did not make.
Okay, give me a second here.
If you want a reroll, I can give you a reroll.
I will roll the chance of this one hitting, because I figured if you make your dodge at half, then I'm not going to bother. Behind the bars, way behind the bars, like down the tunnel, big, clunky, 1960s looking laser guns. And let me see if actually hit you. Missed by that much.
Okay.
They look like they're not, they look like big, set in stone, quite literally, chunky ass laser guns. You're not sure what the deal is with them, but you got a pretty good look for such a short amount of time.
And they activated after I passed over the weird half bar things?
Pretty much when you stuck your head out to look down the tunnel.
Ah, okay.
Throwing rocks around doesn't seem to have any effect at all for reason.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. It looks like the kind of thing you'd see in like 1960s movies, you know, when it's like, I have these giant lasers and shit. It's not hard to avoid them, but you have to go out a ways and like down a little bit of a hill and crouch and go over and then come back up in order to get back to the village. But it's an extra 2-3 minutes out of your day. It's not a huge sacrifice. Cut to Doc Bolton saying, "We shall not let this stand. 2 to 3 minutes out of my busy day? No." And the next 6 sections are devoted to this. The bars themselves look pretty thick. You're not sure why the lasers aren't hitting the bars.
Very accurate.
They don't look like that kind of laser, but
When I saw them shoot past him, did they go all the way into the ocean or did they hit the beach?
no, they kind of just kept going out of sight. Keep in mind also these lasers move pretty goddamn slow. They're basically Star Wars lasers. So Chris, this helps your erection even more because now you're thinking, if you wanted to build up lightsaber parry, you could sit there and attempt to fucking parry these amazingly slow-moving, dodgeable fucking beams of light.
Oh, that gives me a hard on.
I'm Luke, he yells.
I remember when I had a lightsaber.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah.
Well, you keep losing shit. That's what happens.
The universe doesn't like me.
No, it likes you fine. It just doesn't want you to fucking own anything. Ever.
I'll never lose this, though. I clutch onto my anal refresher.
Yeah, that's a good point. If that ever gets lost via a card or whatever, it just comes back in.
No. Wow. That's a different dildo.
Oh, bummer. Well,
yeah.
I would carry blocker items with you. I'm kind of surprised you didn't just start work on the anal refresher right away.
No, because I don't want that to be my artifact.
Well, it doesn't have to be your artifact. You're worried about when you destroy it. I see.
Yeah.
You don't want to throw the anal refresher into Mount Doom.
Yes.
I get it.
Let me just, while we're talking about that, let me see if I can imbue my other one with some more stuff.
Doc, while you've got a hard on, he pulls out a dildo and begins. Hold on, here comes the fumble card, the fumble card, the fumble card. Okay. He begins slapping it gently back and forth across your face, Doc. While smiling at you.
I'll probably not let him do that.
He's trying to drag it across your lips right now.
Not really into that.
Oh, sorry, wrong hole.
Pick a card, Freddie.
Into that either.
Oh.
I mean, you keep that up, and I'm going to strap you down and fuck you with a catheter. So, relax yourself.
Unfortunately, he dropped when he suggested it, so I don't know what happened there. I figured you just fucking did some sort of DOS attack on his fucking computer when he said that. It's like a destroy Freddy button right here.
Okay, hold on.
Could you type back to him? I'm trying to knock this out real quick.
I fumble, Logan.
All right, I'm back.
Mm-hmm. Apparently your internet didn't like your trying to rake your dildo across any part of Doc Fulton. Meanwhile, let's see.
I have one more I can do.
Doc Fulton, for his fumble, he bends over and looks at his shoelaces closely. He's wondering maybe if he tied them. However,
in prime position.
Come on, somebody else get a fumble. I will fucking have that dildo rammed halfway up Doug Fulton's ass.
Hold on, I have one more
Okay, good.
thing. One more thing to try and then. I infuse. Well, let me.
You gotta do the
tried to
spell
infuse.
still, yeah.
Yeah, let me
You're
try
halfway there.
and.
Living on a prayer.
Alright, I'm gonna put this one in. Or try to anyway. Damn it!
It has to be a level 1 spell, dude.
Oh, crap.
See, infuse spell level
Yes,
1.
yes. Let me do. Sorry, I forgot.
You
Yeah,
suck.
level 1. Let's do. Why not this? Never mind. Cool.
No problem. As you're bent over, you hear a. And it just shows a little bit of fire near your butt, like you farted. Okay, cool.
Alright, I put it away. Okay. So,
To the pattern.
well, it may or may not be, yes. Let's go.
You guys begin walking through the village as you're headed toward the Green Dome building, and you see like pairs of agents wandering around. It looks to you, Doc, as though they're being ignored by the other residents and such, much as the residents are kind of ignoring you guys and stuff. Eventually, when you get to the green door, the little person butler opens it, bows.
Okay.
I walk in.
You want to just stand there and see how long he bows for, or if Freddy gets frisky with him?
No, I just walk in.
No, I was talking to Doc.
Oh, okay.
No, I just want to go. Yeah, in I go.
You guys head over to the chair that goes murr, and go over there, and it's got like the standard down button and whatnot.
Hit the button.
No problem. The chair goes down into the room that has the 2 people that are constantly getting sick on the seesaw. You see 4 agents down there. Their heads all swivel, look at you. Number 37 is currently looking at some stuff on the screen. He stops and looks at you. Yes?
Yeah, I'm here to check out the pattern.
I'm sorry, you're not cleared for that. He goes back to looking at some big picture stuff. It shows like a fucking weather balloon chasing some guy. He's like,
Says who?
number 1.
Where's number 1?
Questions are a burden, and the answers are a prison for oneself, says number 30.
Do you want the answer? Because the prison will be eternity for you.
He raises an eyebrow. He walks over toward you. Pushes a button on the console. You go back up. Chunk. And then the button that says down goes dark. Oh, you're thinking, he deserves a beating now. And he did it without any expression, just like, well, I'm done with you, and push the button like you were just, like somebody shipped down a box of fucking shit or something.
If you want to talk to number 1, I saw McKay go to the telephone, and he talked to him that way.
All right, where's the telephone?
There are
It's,
3 different telephones on the very desk, and now these are
No, not these.
Oh,
The one outside the village, the booth. Telephone booth.
what telephone booth?
There was one outside.
You could be
Where McKay went.
imagining. All right, fine. You go to a telephone booth. No problem.
Yeah.
He takes you to a telephone booth, and you pick up the telephone, and a lady's voice says, "What number, please?"
Number 1?
I'm sorry, that number is currently unavailable or out of service.
How can number 1 give orders if number 1 is out of service?
I'm sorry, but questions are a burden, and answers are the prison for oneself. Be seeing you. Click.
I shrug.
Somebody else, it just shows Doc Fulton like making a hit list. It says number 37, the operator, and he's just like,
All right, well, I'm bad. I don't know what it is.
Freddy seems remarkably calm to all this. You suspect he may be number one. Yes, beat him for a while.
Well, where to next, Doc? I showed you what I wanted to.
So it's like a control panel where the down button is. Like if I ripped open the control
big
panel, I
control.
could reprogram it, or I could like use my electronics and make
Quite
the button work
possibly.
again. I'm going to try to do that.
No problem. You are lacking one thing, and that's
What's that?
tools. Because in order to even get into it, you need it has inset Phillips head screws.
I pulled out my Leatherman.
That will help.
I handed to him.
Give me a electronics roll as you pretty much open up the whole board, and you've got because it looks like it was wired by somebody on crack, and there's a lot of extra wires, and if you hit the wrong thing, sparks come out, and you're like, that's not supposed to do that.
By half.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I got it re-enabled.
You sure you want to go down there with the agents?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Unfortunately, the boards are still open unless you want to take more time to close everything up and all that.
No.
No, fuck them. Okay.
Can you make sure that we actually go all the way down to the pan floor?
It's kind of an on-off thing at this time. You're not really able to get it more than that. Essentially, it was without power. Now it is with power.
So you can't make it go down further.
It was without power before.
Okay.
Now it is with power. He has basically rerouted some of the air stuff. A lot of the fucking circuits here are just to make the lights blink and flash. You have taken those circuits out, so some of the lights no longer blink and flash. They had no fucking purpose other than to blink and flash, as far as you can tell with your electronics. Pretty much, actually, this is the only button that seems to do anything. The rest of all the other buttons are to blink and flash. And flash and flash and blink. Oh, and there's a couple for the TV controls and shit.
All right, well, let's go down.
Right. Boards are all open. You go punk and push it. It goes. Number 37 looks over, surprised, pissed, annoyed, and he then goes, and the four agents begin walking over toward you. Not hurrying, just walking.
Okay.
One of the agents actually, three of them look at you, and the other one goes,
I think they're trying to tell us something, Doc.
Doc Fulton's looking annoyed now. You haven't seen him look annoyed since the Great Massacre of Tanju.
That's the look he always has, so.
He's been massacring a lot lately.
True. I don't know if we should antagonize them further.
No, I'm just kind of tickled that he actually showed emotion this time. I hit the button again.
Right. When you go down...
I stand off the platform.
Oh. So you're going to let him go down by himself?
Yeah, I look down as he's coming down.
Well, you know that
the
thing is going to close. It's got...
Oh, it closes? Fine, okay. I'll go with him.
All right. You guys go down and into some combat. So, on the way down, the agents all draw weapons. Actually, they've already got them drawn because they hear... And so they just pull out their weapons. And you guys have a chance to do that as well. Hero standard combat. Heroes are first, villains are second. Any action that you have to roll for and succeed in is approved. Let me double check the agent stats real quick here. Been a while since you guys have gotten into combat with them. Yeah, some good time. Monster manual, there it is. Bland yet threatening. Got it. Got it. Okay. All right. Excellent. You guys are first.
So, as it comes down, we see them getting ready for combat.
Oh yeah, they're just going to start shooting. You can see them like putting fingers on triggers and stuff. All of them are just pointing down at you.
And how far down are we as we see that?
You are probably about halfway. If you wanted to jump off, it would probably be about jump roll at full or take some minor. Well, it could be minor damage.
No, I'm trying to see if it's close enough to the top that we can just jump up.
The iris is
scramble up.
Iris is closing.
So, the thing that closes. Okay.
Yeah, that way the butler doesn't fall down here, which is always awkward. Hey. So
that's it. Right to killing us, huh?
Oh yeah, they're not even talking. They're just
I'll just push the button to go back up.
It's not doing anything yet because you're halfway down. You have to go all the way to the bottom, then push it. So good luck with that. All right. So he's madly pushing the button. What are you doing, Chris? Going,
dodging.
What?
Dodging.
Excellent. Two are shooting at each of you. The ones at Freddy while he's trying to push the button. Both hit. One of them crits. Holy shit.
Wow.
The hit, 1 point of damage. The crit, 11 points of damage.
Okay.
The one, are you taking all of that?
Yeah.
Cool. The ones on Chris are completely, it just shows bullets flying all around him as he's like, but I'm ready to dodge, guys. And they're like, everybody else, except for the two people trapped on the weird seesaw thing, is spending their time fleeing out of the side tunnel. Number 37 is walking and looking at you guys like, I'm very disappointed in your behavior type look. Okay. And we now go to next round. Heroes are first, crossing swords with the bad guy, or if you want to cross pistols, that's okay too, although odd. So this round it goes chunk, and it's like settling into the thing. This is a very slow moving thing. So anyway, Chris, what are you up to?
I'm going to continue to dodge.
He says, Freddy, what are you doing?
So is it down enough for me to push the button now, or is it
You can
still
try,
moving?
but you're pretty sure you're just going to keep getting shot. It's just settling in this round. Just settling.
It's settling or settled? Okay, dodge.
He says, right, the two on Chris, the dodge-matic. Give me dodge and dodge a half, Chris. Right. Chris is like doing his own version of the Matrix dance. And Freddy, give me a dodge. Next round. They have it. Other than that, they don't really move. Villains are first. Attacking from a helicopter is approved. Is anybody actively defending?
Yeah, dodge.
Okay, it's settled. It's now settled.
I don't want to get shot first, so.
Okay, and Chris, are you actively defending?
Is it a simple action to push the button?
No, that's full action, like pulling a trigger.
I'll hit the button.
Got it. The 2 on Chris. Let's see if they're wildly incompetent like last round. Yes. Actually, second one hits. Sorry.
Second one hits? Oh.
Yeah. 2 points on Chris. Ow, he says. Meanwhile, Freddy drops unexpectedly. Let's see what horrible shit happens to him while he's gone. Yeah. Freddy, are you still there? Enough to dodge. Cool. All right. And next round, it begins going up. It's halfway up. Heroes are first, villains are second, and lose all their stun. Being in dramatic combat is approved. You're not, sorry. And, Chris continuing to dodge, Freddy dodging.
I move to the center of the platform, simple action, so it's harder to hit me.
Cool. You've got the boards between you and them. And yes, they're happy to shoot through that or into that. Freddy, you dodging as well?
Yeah, I already rolled. Did you not see it?
That was a last round. One of them hit you. I'm asking for this round. Why are you showing as muted? Is your shit going bad? It's just you, you know.
Oh, sorry. Is it new round or is
new
it
round? You're going up. You're halfway there.
Dodge.
All right. And let's see. One of the, hold on, let me see on who even is Chris. Right. 2 shots on Chris. Despite the negatives, one of them hits, one of them crits. So give me a dodge at full, and then give me a crit dodge. No, crit dodge at half. Oh, yeah.
No.
Close. All right. And so only the crit gets through, but it's just the normal thing since you got rid of half of it, I guess. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So only 6 points from that bastard. Freddy, one of your guys shoots. Wildly missing. The other one goes. And he's making weird noises while touching his earpiece.
Fuck.
Next round. Oh, the iris is going. And the agents look at it like, oh, we should have disabled that. And which would have been really bad for him. So. Next round, you guys go up. Unless the villains are first, they don't have a shot. Villains are not first. They just shows them all kind of disappointedly put down their guns as you guys. You're back up. The butler is standing there with a dustpan and a broom.
For my 3 words, I say they're calling back up.
I go close and lock the front door.
I tried to disable the platform so they don't pull it back down.
Give me an electronics roll at half because there's a lot of needless wires and shit. You've only got the one fucking tool. You're just not. And while you're working on it, it begins to go down. Give me a jump roll to go. Unless you want to go down. Then you're.
No, I'm going to spend a reroll to try and redo that. There we go.
Oh, yeah. The board goes, big rain of sparks and stuff come out. The butler kind of goes, he makes a silent sigh like, God damn it, I got to clean this up. And, you guys spend a very long 2 minutes. Well, you're going to try. Let me see. Meta round. Pretty much, I'm just wanting to see if the agents can break in the door as you hear them beating upon it. They need to.
During those 2 minutes, I'll try and reinforce the door with whatever crap I can get put in front of the door.
Got it. Which card do you have in your hand, by the way, Chris?
The embassy.
Got it. All right. Now, Freddy is running around, and there's a surprising lack of shit to put in there from this room. But you found like a dining room, and you're like you're just throwing shit in front of the door, making their strength roll harder, which is cool. So here's their big roll.
Oh, their strength. Sorry, I thought you meant mine.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
You can see them through the door, and you have a choice because they're like one of them's going to start shooting you through the door in order to drive you off, or you can keep trying to reinforce the door. Chris is still concentrating, going.
Am I still in cover?
Not if you're reinforcing the door. Well, yes, you'll be at a slight negative, but not enough to save you. You're thinking.
Okay, I'll still do it.
All right, and Chris is staring at he looks irritated and right. Villains are first and stunned. He goes, screaming like a little schoolgirl's approved. No, all right, and he attempts to shoot at you at a huge negative since he's at half and a number. His gun makes noise. Freddy, what are you doing?
Am I done putting stuff up?
No, you toss some more shit in there. And eventually, Chris makes a noise, which will mean that you have to leave your pile of shit that seems
I do so.
Excellent. You rush over and grab him, and let me just see if they can make a really cool last round and just rush in and do shit. Being melodramatic as you're leaving is approved.
I'm gonna die.
It just shows like one of them hit the door and fucking lay there on the ground. The other ones look at him. Right, and you guys trump out.
Okay.
It just shows the butler as you guys are leaving going. So, you got, Chris, give me the all-important luck at full roll to see if your trump is still working. It is. Right. Good. Glad you didn't fuck that up. Otherwise, it would have been another long 2 minutes of Freddy trying to reinforce another door. So, you're back in the embassy. I don't know where your trump comes out, but you're there.
All right. I need to go heal. You mind if we cleanse over to Gothic? Just so I can cause some fire. And then we can go do whatever. Hopefully not dangerous stuff. Or if it is dangerous, I want to know.
The death clause? Because that's not dangerous, right?
Well, at least let me prepare for that. If we're doing that.
What? By digging your own grave in advance? What?
Well, I want to go heal first.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm going to go to Clem's.
As you guys are well, okay, so Chris, are you going along with him?
Sure.
As you guys are walking through the embassy grounds, you notice that almost everybody, except for like the rhino guards and shit, is wearing a sombrero.
Yeah.
Freddy's 4 guards show up. They're all wearing sombreros.
More sombreros, huh?
Just arrived.
Stylish.
They nod. You notice that there's various styles. In fact, Doc Fulton, as you look around at the various sombreros, you suspect that there may be a plethora of sombreros here. You guys head over.
I grab one. I go, "Where's El Guapo?"
You guys head over to the barber shop. They open up the huge, dramatic, stone-ish doors and stuff, and then you rush in, and they begin closing the hugest, dramatic doors. And you sit down here like, "Wah." And what's the password?
I didn't go eat your baby.
Cool. And right, you guys both Clems over to where?
Gothic.
Right, and you're back in Gothic again.
All right.
Holy fuck, Doc. Everybody except Clem seems to be fucking wearing a sombrero in this goddamn town. Every man, woman, and child. Well, okay, there's a few holdouts, but what the fuck is up with sombreros? And
Clem's is private enough to cast spells 11. There's no one inside or...
it's got a huge picture window in the front, so anybody walking along with a casual glance definitely... Now, the back room might be private enough.
No, I'm not going down there. Oh. I'll go find like a private place.
Tell me where you go to find a private place.
An alleyway.
No problem. You guys duck into some sort of fucking evil alleyway and shit, because... Yeah, you're like
And I'm making sure we're not being watched or followed.
you are totally
Wait,
being watched, probably being followed. Give me spot hiddens at half.
I just want to heal. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, you would think so. Also, keep in mind that Clem's Barbershop is in Weapons and Armor Row, which is clean, well guarded, and efficient. And there are not any fucking good alleys here.
All right, fine. You want to do? Okay, fine. Fine.
Oh, how do you guys do on your rolls? Did you make them at
Yeah.
negative 30?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You guys see, hold on a second, let me see if it notices you. You guys both notice one of those weird fucking harlequins at the same time it sees you, and it goes, and it hurries off.
I need to leave. Come on. We'll go somewhere else. Quickly.
You're thinking it may have been watching the Clems.
Is there anyone else around us right now?
Yes, plenty of people are wandering around blithely on their own business.
I just want to go somewhere to use a trump.
Where would you like to go? You are currently in Weapons and Armor Row. From here, you can either go to Big Fish Lane or the downtown city center. Yeah, suck it. I mapped this shit out. Yeah, who's your daddy? Shit's not easy when you're really there. Yeah.
Did they ever finish the Trump room at
Golden Water? We can go see.
You guys start heading over to the Golden Wattle.
I'm watching to make sure there's no more harlequins.
Well, they're not there yet. You guys go walk over through the downtown center with its various tram stops and shifty-looking streets and alleys. There are alleys here, but definitely shifty-looking. Lots of brothels, too, for some reason. Then you walk by the Justice Center. Looks like some guys in the stocks and shit. Kids are throwing vegetables and rotten food at him. And from there... Oh, also, for some reason, there seems to be a lot of groups of people kind of gathered up in like little groups, and you notice that they're talking. Give me empathy rolls. All the people look pissed, and also you notice that all the people look kind of drawn, they haven't been eating well. Something's definitely up. The people look very unhappy, and they're not... Sorry, the kids are using stones. Even rotten food is apparently in too much demand right now. So, yeah. You're actually, with your empathy as good as it is, the people are really angry. Like, let's go burn down some buildings angry.
Okay.
Then from the Justice Center, you wander over to Rittenhouse Row. It's a collection of average shops and some hospitals. This is the district that the Golden Wattle is at. Also, you notice that the big Clacks Tower, do you guys remember about the Clacks?
No.
It's essentially, just imagine a really tall tower, and on the top are various lights that are covered and uncovered in different patterns for some reason. And then about 10 kilometers away is another one. 10 kilometers past that is another one, etc.
Okay.
Anyway, it looks like it's just going nonstop. And a lot of the businesses and such, except for the Golden Wattle, seem to be closed. Golden Wattle is open, but there are guards outside. There's the staff entrance that isn't guarded. There are also people who are like looking at the Golden Wattle like they're fucking thinking about doing something bad and regrettable. Hence the guards.
Okay.
things are happening here, but the guards are not wearing sombreros. Many of the other people are. There's also piles here and there of dirty, discarded, or broken sombreros. Big piles, like meters tall.
Okay, let's go in and see if the basement's done
Broken
yet.
sombreros?
Yep.
Is there anyone near the pile of broken sombreros?
No, just imagine if it's like waiting for trash pickup and somebody said, I got 18 pallets of fucking sombreros that were scattered all over. I want them swept up into a big pile and then condense them together as much as you can and wait. That kind of thing.
Okay.
Freddie and you head over to the servant's entrance type thing. And when you open up the door, first thing you see is a couple of fucking crossbows. And they go, oh, scusi. It's a couple of the Doras from you've seen them around the embassy. You know these guys. Plus, if you've been here at all, they're definitely guys that have been around. These look like a couple of, fortunately not trigger-happy guys sitting at the end of a hallway, pretty much ready to shoot anybody that comes in. The manager guy comes back. His name's not Bobby, but I kind of wish it was. And he says, come in. Yeah. Leave the door unlocked. It's easier that way.
Okay.
He takes you in. He goes, hungry? Thirsty? Both?
Sure.
You need some private area or no?
In a bit, yes, we will.
He takes you guys back. Essentially, it's like, imagine a big kitchen and then there's like a little back room that like the cooks and all that can gather at and eat. You know, it's like the tables are new, but it looks like it's just like, let's chop down a tree and then divide it up into a couple of different pieces. You know, make simple but really resilient furniture.
Is the manager also a door?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Cool. So I turn to the manager. Are the renovations to the basement done yet?
The basement, well, we had some problem with the rain of sombreros and stuff, and of course that weird hippie vehicle that crashed into the stuff that they're making. So they stopped working on the basement and started working on roof repair and stuff. I've never seen anything like that. It was like one of those, some sort of vehicle that's made for sleeping in and driving. And
Where is it now?
We've got it out back in the park thing. You want to see it?
Sure.
He takes you out and he shows you like one of those
VW bus?
That's right. And he says, yeah, there was two guys. There was kind of a tall guy with a mustache and a shorter guy with a mustache. They're both killed on impact. He shows you some pictures of Cheech and Chong. They look like these guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They weren't wearing sombreros either. I couldn't figure that out. We had a sombrero rainfall for a while.
Weird.
So food is scarce?
Well, you remember how he takes you guys back in and...
well, wait. Like, before we do, like, does it work? Like, does this thing work?
He says you might be able to get it to work for short periods of time if you concentrate on it. I mean, it's really bad. It looks like it suffered an impact at terminal velocity falling out of the sky.
Oh, okay.
So it's not in good shape, but he says, yeah, we did find one good thing in it, though. It's inside. I'll show it to you.
It's got a big bag of weed.
Do you know these guys?
Cheech and Chong.
He doesn't know who they are. He goes, okay. He says, sorry for your loss. And he pats you on the shoulder. Like you've just lost a couple of friends. He takes you in. He shows you like a jumbo, like the 80 liter bag. And of course it's clear and it's full of weed.
Mhm.
And somebody's put a sombrero on it and a fake mustache and the googly eyes.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, do you think
Is
that's
this
racist? Yes.
is this legal, Logan? Do I know?
You have
Read
no. Give me. Oh wait, you are climatized toward here. Give me a
streetwise?
uh. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, although the plastic of the bag may bring up questions.
Um.
The plastic of the bag is actually the only thing you're worried about. The weed itself, it's just a plant.
May I suggest you put the weed in something non-plastic? It
All
may
right.
raise questions.
Sure. We'll take
Thank
care
you.
of that. They put it into a big hemp bag or something. Anyway.
If you want this to stay longer, you might want to put it into like something that's humid.
Oh.
If you're not going to keep it in plastic,
You know, you
or
could
keep it in a
also-
plastic bag and then put it into a different kind of bag so that you don't see the plastic bag.
Okay, sure. We'll do that.
Hey, Doc, do you think anyone knows how to grow this stuff?
Everybody knows how to grow this stuff. Says one of the guys. It grows wild here. This is just really good shit, though.
Really?
Yeah, super.
I'll make a note of that for later. Thank you.
Yeah, it's ours. We give it to the Ardors and shit. It makes them happy.
I'm
Good.
sure it does.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, if you want some, he quickly and expertly prepares a couple of extra joints for your after dinner thing. They don't overly. It's kind of like, do I want a Coke? Do I want a beer? Do I want a joint? You know, that kind of thing, as opposed to, ooh, pot, I'm excited. Nobody cares that much. So, right, he takes you in and he goes, okay, as far as food goes, you remember how the magic stopped working all the time here?
Mm-hmm.
All their economy, including like plowing and shit, based on magic. Crop yields were up because of magic. They had machines and stuff that would use Chris, and those would help, farm and shit. All that has become super unreliable now. So the average farmer, maybe yes, maybe no, and it's for a very short duration, like a couple minutes, and then it's like maybe yes, maybe no. So because of that, their entire economy is fucking collapsed. What we're doing in order to try to keep from being burned down, since we have the ability to go elsewhere and get food, is we've been channeling some of the profits because we use gold here, and then we go take over to what do you guys call it? You guys call it the Shermer area over in St. Louis, and we're buying up like inexpensive food there, and we've got like soup kitchens and shit going. We let everybody know that it's from here, but we're worried that somebody may go, oh, those guys. Plus, the guys that Wrestling has us getting drinks for and shit. Essentially, they're talking about purging the fuck out of some of the more disruptive elements of the people here. So, we're basically serving drinks to Nazis.
Mm.
Thought I'd mention it. Nobody really likes these guys, but they are helping to keep the building safe. So we're working on keeping it safe on all fronts. So essentially, we've unfortunately, unwillingly kind of become the resistance, which we're not wanting to get involved in the fucking politics of this goddamn zone because there's other zones and shit. We got our own shit to deal with too. We're trying to make Wrestling enough money that he's happy. We're trying to make ourselves enough money on the side so we're happy and we can fucking buy shit to go out and colonize a new zone when eventually somebody can find something,
Mm-hmm.
So, and unfortunately, we just keep fucking as well. So kids everywhere. It's not good.
Has anyone thought about like maybe trying to import like real tools to like what regular farmers do, or no?
They've got that shit and the ability to make that shit, but it's their percentage of efficiency has gone way down. They were really relying on magic because plowing shit with like a horse on your own and a plow manually, that sucks a cock. That's pretty much you can only do so much. A lot of the people who had any kind of farming skill, they have left the city. So that's something I was going to tell Rasslin about is property prices are definitely, this is the time if they're wanting to buy up any of the city. But the city may fucking explode too. I don't know. I'm not an expert in this shit. I know that we all have our own go bags packed. So if somebody comes and torches this fucker, we're going to try to get to the barber shop and get the fuck out before it gets torched. You know what I'm saying? If the city goes up in flames.
Mm-hmm.
All because the fucking magic died.